and go rah, rah, hoopla, yay, yay, yay about the mountain we're going to tackle, the giant we're going to kill. But let me tell you something, where it makes a difference is tomorrow, when we're not surrounded by all these like-minded people. When we're back out there in the real world, tomorrow when we're out there in the trenches, Monday when we're out there in the trenches, over the weekend when we're out there in the trenches. Because here's the deal, I can tell you right now, I told Paul Kirkman when we were still trying to talk him into running, you know, Paul is considerably younger than I am. That's why I always call him boy. Plus, he was a Marine and I was a Navy corpsman, and there's a very special relationship between Marines and corpsmen. Those of you that are Marines, you know what I'm talking about. I was a greenside corpsman. Therefore, I have the right to be able to give Marines a hard time. Okay? Where nobody else gets away with it, greenside corpsmen do. Am I right, Marines? Yeah! All right. So this is what I told Paul repeatedly. I said, let me tell you something, boy, and I'm looking at him right now, and I'm telling it to him again. Let me tell you something, boy. Don't you dare disappoint me. Don't you dare be one of those people that gets me all fired up and excited, thinking I've got another soldier in the battle. Don't you dare be another one that talks a big story and then gets to Jeff City and turns into a little wimp. Don't you dare be one of those people that gets me all fired up again, and then I have to realize, oh, I got my hopes up all for naught. But you know what? I really believe, because I've seen that man's character, I really believe we've been almost on a traveling circuit together, speaking all around. I'm telling you, I believe he's a man of integrity. I believe he's a man that's got a backbone, and I believe that what he's going to do is the same thing that Jim Lemke and I have done, and that is this. I can promise you that I am more conservative today than I was 8 years ago when you first elected me to the House. I can promise you that I am more energized to take on the battle than I was 8 years ago, and I believe Paul Kirkman is going to be a guy like that. So now where do you come into the picture? Where do you come into the picture? Let me tell you something. It is not popular amongst politicians. Why don't you take a look around and tell me how many elected officials are here tonight? Go ahead, take a look around. Where are they? We got Alan Isett is here with us. Alan Isett is the chairman of the Budget Committee in the Missouri House of Representatives. Wave, Alan. Wave to all the people. Alan Isett is here because he's a man of integrity. He's a man of integrity, and he's not afraid to stand with the people. Are there any other elected officials here that I don't know about that I may have overlooked? Please, we do want to recognize you if you have the guts enough to be with us. Where are they, folks? Where are they? They're not here. Let me have heavy. People like Jim Lemke, people like Alan Isett, people like, what's that boy's name, Paul Kirkman? Those of us that will stand with you are not popular amongst the political establishment. Do you know that? And I will tell you there are amazing similarities between the political establishment and the mafia. Yeah. If you want to know what it's like to be Paul Kirkman, Jim Lemke, Alan Isett, or Brian Nieves, people that will literally stand against the political establishment, if you want to know what it's like, go rent you one of those mafia movies this weekend and watch it, because it's a lot like that. So what do we need? What does Paul Kirkman need? What does Jim Lemke need? What does Alan Isett need? And frankly, what does Brian Nieves need? Money. We need you to be in the battle with us. We're not the only ones. I'm just saying the ones that are here tonight, okay? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Remember what I said to Paul when I said, don't you dare? If I may, can I just make the same plea to you? All of you gave up a Thursday night of your life. You invested a Thursday night of your life to be here with us. You got excited tonight. You might have even felt a couple of chill bumps up your back when Jim Lemke was speaking, or when Paul Kirkman was speaking, or when Kevin Jackson was speaking. I know some of you probably felt it when Catherine Bleich was speaking. She comes to all of our committee meetings. I mean, she was really toned down tonight. Did you give her something to calm her down before? Man. Anyway, I know some of you might have got a little chill down your back tonight. You might have got excited. But let me just tell you, Jim talked about the slings and arrows, and that is not figuratively speaking. The political establishment will attack us. They're already doing it. The political establishment will attack us. Why? Because we stand with the people. I think it really says something that in Union the other day when we had over 1,000 people there were basically no, I was there. There were basically no elected officials in that entire crowd. Tonight, there are basically no elected officials in this entire crowd. What does that say to you, folks? It says there's still a lot of them that ain't listening. And what that means is the political establishment is likely to be working against people like Paul Kirkman, Jim Lemke, Alan Isaac, and myself. We need you to stand with us. We need you to stand tall. We need you to get behind us. We need you to keep coming to stuff like this. Be counted amongst the Patriot uprising. Let me just tell you one other thing that I kind of took issue with that I've heard some people say at these types of things. And everybody is entitled to their opinion, so I'm just going to give you... People say, when we have these patriotic uprisings, we should never allow elected officials to speak. I know that sounds really nice. That sounds like it would even make sense, right? Well, let's not turn these into political events. Let's not let elected officials speak. Listen, folks, let me tell you what that really means. What that really means is, let's punish the ones that have a long-standing, proven history of being with us on these issues by not allowing them to be recognized by the people. Right. Listen, I do not agree with this concept that says don't let elected officials speak at these things. Instead, this is what I suggest. Let's examine them very, very carefully. Do not let the Johnny-come-latelys speak at these things. You know what I'm saying? Do not let the politicians, the fat cat politicians that are politically savvy, and therefore they stick their finger in their mouth, they hold it up into the wind, and they say, oh, wait a minute, oh, John, hey, oh, man, they had 1,000 people in Union. Oh, they had 1,000 people in Washington. Oh, man, what are we going to do? Oh, we better start going over there with them. Oh, let's act like we're with them. Maybe they'll let us speak. No, those people don't deserve to speak. But Jim Lemke, who's been in this fight for years and years and years, long before it was cool, he deserves to speak. Alan Isaac deserves to speak at things like this. Those of us that have been engaged in the fight should not be punished by the simple fact that we hold elected office. Right. That's my opinion. And I hope you agree. So, folks, you know, I had a bunch of things written down here that I wanted to share with you tonight, but I am just so excited. I've got to tell you, you do. When I come up here and say, you people fire me up, I'm not kidding. You people fire me up. And you give me the energy. You know, my wife gets worried when I get this way. But I just want you to know that I personally appreciate you. I personally appreciate you standing with us. I personally appreciate the things that I know you're going to be doing to continue on with our Patriot uprising. And in closing, I just want to say this to you. Please do not be flash-in-the-pan people. Please do not be people that will be involved in the Patriot uprising for but a short time and then fade away because of frustration. All movements that die, generally speaking, they die because of frustration. So let me just share this with you.